Hello boys and girls, Ice Cream Gecko here, yabba dabba do! It's the one take man, the no cut dude. Yep, that's me, 720p, 30 FPS in 2017. Hell yeah! So, it is the end of the year, and I want to talk about this bike that I have for half a year now, and I pulled over to the side of the road. We are at 111 kilometers per hour, which is like, I don't know, 63, 65 miles an hour. I don't know, I don't know. But we've got 3,500 kilometers on the clock on this bike now, and I just wanted to give you my thoughts on them. As a disclaimer, I am a new rider still. I've been riding since July of 2017. So I basically started out with this bike. I had a 50cc 30-year-old Vespa before. You can't really count that as a bike. Going 55k isn't really all that exciting. And that thing would actually consume twice as much fuel as this bike here, which is, you know, quite an achievement for a little 50cc scooter. Anyways, so yeah, I bought this bike brand new. You know what, whatever. You know, we stay behind this guy. We ain't in a rush. I bought this bike brand new with 0k's on the odometer, and I've rode it since, and I've got to say I'm pleased with it. The biggest complaint that I have is that the gearbox is a bit agricultural. It shifts smoothly, but sometimes, you know, the gears don't really engage as nicely as you'd want them to. That's, you know, maybe that's because I mainly now rode in the cold weather, and all the oil isn't really all that nice. I've got no idea. I've got no idea. But you basically have to, you know, apply more pressure while shifting down or up, because sometimes you get stuck in that in between gear limbo, and that's not really nice. Especially when you try to shift up or down afterwards and get that big clunk. You know, that's not really all that nice. Otherwise though, power, maybe the biggest factor for most people looking for these 48 horsepower bikes, especially in the UK and in Europe, because here we've got the A2 license agreement thing, whatever you call that, which allows you to ride a bike up to 48 horsepower and a certain power to weight ratio with this bike. This bike doesn't exceed that. Like the WR250R exceeds that. That was the bike I originally wanted to get, but then again, autobahn commuting on a little dual sport 250 isn't really all that great either. So yeah, power, 48 horsepower, enough. It's enough. On this naked bike, no windscreen, all that wind that, you know, splashes on your face, on your chest. You don't go all that quick anyways, and you can click on my top speed video with this bike. I got it up to 172 k's an hour GPS speed and 181, I think it was, on the dash, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. You're not going much faster on a naked bike usually anyways, and I use this as a commuter, so not that much power and more fuel economy is a trade-off I can live with. Then again, sound, there was something on the previous model of the CB500F. Mind you, this review is for the 2017 model of the Honda CB500F in all matte black, which is absolutely, it's beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful bike. Can we make this? No. Ah, yes, boy, green arrow. Yeah, exhaust, as you can hear right now, is okay for a stock exhaust. They already changed that since the 2013/15 model. I had that one in driving school, or riding school, shall I say? Look at these BMWs, beautiful bikes. Yeah, that one was, you know, quiet, very quiet. You couldn't hear anything without can on there. But this one here is quite nice. It's okay. Once it's warmed up, it's alright. Of course, I'd like to have a titanium arrow exhaust on a Krapovic, but those things are just way too pricey. Furthermore, well, I gotta say, there isn't much to talk about it on this bike, over this bike, because it's just very standard, you stupid cunt. No lights, look at this fucker. No lights, nothing. Dickhead. And power! There's enough power. This is probably the worst review of a motorcycle ever. But it's just, you know, it's my first bike. I don't really have anything to compare it to other than a 50cc 30-year-old Vespa, and overall it's doing just fine. Suspension, sometimes it could be a bit more stiff. It's a bit soft, it certainly is, but then again, going over bumps and stuff as a commuter bike, it's okay. It's okay. It's not a sports bike, it's as standard of a bike as you can get it right now. Usable power, decent styling with the revised model. Naked, no fairings to scratch. Well, a few, but nobody really cares about those, right? And yeah, just well behaved. I never really have the feeling that, you know, there's so much power that I can't control. Even when I got it at first, I thought I should get a 125 first before, you know, getting a proper motorcycle. But since this parallel twin engine of this motorcycle of my little Emma here, since it's so smooth and very balanced in its power band, it's quite a widespread one. It goes from 3.5, 4 to about 7,000 revs, 7,000 RPM. That's where the power band roughly sits. Since it's so cultivated and not really aggressive in its tuning, it's a nice bike to live with, and certainly a good starter bike, maybe even the perfect starter bike. In the US, I know all of you guys say, yeah, 250s are the best ones ever, get a 250 to start on, yada yada yada. Which is fine, because as far as I know, you haven't really got driving school over there at all. You've got that motorcycle safety course, which is basically steering a 250 around some bends on a parking lot and getting a, you know, permit or something there. That's really, you know, if you only have that, if you don't really have a driving school and nobody, you know, talking you through it, then it might be the perfect starter bike. But then again, you just rent one or get one from a friend, a beta, and have it for 3 days and resell it, because then you don't need that anymore. Was ist denn los hier? Hey, people are aggressive today. Jesus. But yeah, CB500F, I think, is the perfect starter bike out there. Great looking machine, especially the new one. The one before really wasn't my taste at all. I would have gotten the CB500R if the 2016 model didn't come out of the CB500F. But yeah, now that it's out, now that I got it, I am very very pleased with this thing. Alrighty. So, nobody coming. Let's go. I will leave you now. Not more to talk about. I'm gonna see you on next Sunday. Bye bye.